It's all about to start now with the beginning of the first period. The crowd stomping on the bleachers, ready in anticipation. And recover. Tim Lindbergh, a new addition. He's been putting up sneaky, crazy numbers along with number 15, Lucas Lindbergh. Lindbergh now on the close wall. Get it out to his cousin Tim, and down to Majak. Coming around, trying to get it around Oscar Pisula. Pisula's body simply too big. A ball sailing off the top post. Florida nearly with the opportunity for a second goal. Go all the way down to Empu Hedlsten. Hedlsten, the pass back down to Force. All the way down in the far corner to Strumer. In the middle, trying to find Pasanen. Monlo's instead able to hit it out. Pisula getting a that'll be in the far corner. We've just passed the 10-minute mark in the first period. Over halfway through, and the Vikings are the only team on the board. Fort Worth closing in here, looking at change. Majak trying to get a pass off. It'll be blocked off the body of the Jags. Now Fassler against Alonen in the far corner. Majak working out Alonen, going to the ground as Majak gets the ball. We'll go out to Pepe Yuchai to One Force. One Force in the center line, over to Elston, back to Force. Lindbergh able to capitalize there on a missed pass. One Force. Pisula back to Force. We'll go down to Pasanen. Pasanen cross court to Pisula. The shot goes Fort Worth hit in. 30 more seconds for Florida to survive in power play. Down to Pisula. Over to Force. Back to Pisula. His shot. 10 seconds remain in power play. Empu Edelston breaking around. Hit awarded here to Fort Worth as the crowd erupts in a battling chance. Cross court. Pisula. The shot, get it over to Madlow. Shot sails just wide to the right. Alonen now against Majak for the ball. Yucha able to get it. He'll send it back out to pass. Yucha driving in. He'll go across, demonstrating their control of the pace of the game. Pass over to Pisula. Back to Hedlsten. Hedlsten driving now in the middle. Can they get 3 points on the board? Alex Gross there with the save to try and make sure that doesn't happen. Only forced to pass over to Hedlsten. Looks like he won't get a shot off before the end. It's a floorball play left to go before we determine the champion of the NAFL after the first season. It's been an exciting ride, and it's about to go down off the wall all the way deep to Pepe Strumer around the goal line in Vikings territory. It'll go off the body of number 15, Lucas Lindbergh, coming in the center line, almost getting an opportunity. American hockey player turned floorballer. He's got years of experience and great knowledge of the game to bring to the court. He had a pass over to Meyer. Now Meyer trying to break out. Fort Worth Jaguars 0. Fassler gets it out to Roman pass. Go over across court. Now Lucas Majak coming in close. They go down. Rasmus Pasanen. Pasanen spin back around. Cross court to Force. Over to Hedlsten. Back to Force. Hedlsten taking a shot at Tam. Price has Yucha there for support. Aaron Price. Pass off the back wall against Elias. Pasanen's on him tight. He'll get it back out to Aaron Price. And it's a wild battle. Rasmus Fassler over the pass. In the middle. Lucas Lindbergh having Strumer behind him. Strumer, the chase pays up. Still going. Go Jags, go. They certainly have energy and momentum now after that Jaguars goal. Strumer trying to keep Rennefalk away. Rennefalk over to Tim Lindbergh. A shot down to Tim Lindbergh. Lucas Lindbergh trying to get a shot off, but Pisula's stick able to prevent that from happening. Now Hedlsten driving down deep. Aaron Price is there to answer for Florida. Aaron Price! Seems like the passing's beginning to take off for the Fort Worth Jaguars. We'll see if they can sustain it. Rasmus Pasanen on the far side. Saved there by go over to the right. Majak back to Utah. Go cross court. Madlow down to pass. Going around the center. Madlow with a shot. Fort Worth Jaguars combating a 4-goal deficit here, but in the game of floorball, it's high energy, fast paced, and high scoring, meaning absolutely anything can happen. Hedlsten back to Force. On a Force, driving in the middle. Go off the left wing to Pasanen. Cross court to Hedlsten. Looks like now, after discussing with referee Thomas Anderson, it'll be Florida's hit. The referees have something to say about that. They're granting a free hit here to Fort Worth. On it force. A shot attempt. Blocked by number 22, Tim Lindbergh. Lucas Lindbergh coming in. Consistently further and further into their own territory. The chip pass gets past Angersteig there. Angersteig playing a press for Fort Worth's defense. He's not the only one. Hugo Canary getting deep there. Madlow pushing to the goal. Pass to Maja. Visila, the spin rack around. Lindbergh playing tight on him. Man-to-man D. Lindbergh in the territory. On in the goal. Gantelius getting it to the back of the goal where Schlad can pick it up. We'll go down to Tim Lindbergh. Chipped out there by Fortis. Over to Pasanen. Pasanen shot. It'll get the face-off. Number 4, Marco Fassler off the back wall. Over to Roman pass. Off the wall to Pius Zine now. Bringing it into the center of the court. Number 4, Marco Fassler. Getting it down to number. It's Empu Helston with Pasanen here for the hit. They go over to Ascari Pisila. On it forced the shot. It's Empu Helston with Pasanen here for the hit. They go over to Ascari Pisila. On it forced the shot. Just wide off the shoulder of Schlad. Strummer, another shot off the body of Schlad. The shot just wide off the shoulder of Schlad. Strummer, another shot off the body of Schlad. Pisila to force. A diving save by number 35. The main fact of all is that the MVP has been very silent when it comes to scoring this game for Florida. Instead, he's been a silent supporter, a utility player. His team cast to alone and good. Poway now with the ball. It goes off the body of Grinefalk. Over to Canary. Now down to Haig. Grinefalk able to chip it out to his teammate Tim Lindbergh. Through the legs of Canary to Lucas Lindbergh. Out of bounds. Another hit in here for Fort Worth. Peter Poway with it. Go down, trying to get it into close to Haig. It was a coming back around. Strummer on him tight, following him. Fortis breaking up that pass to Moser. Poway's pass attempt taken there by Roman pass. Rasmus Pasanen in off the substitution quickly, looking to make Pasanen on him tight, able to get the ball out of his stick. It's now Rasmus Pasanen with a pass to Helston, back to Pasanen. Getting it over to Helston, driving it close to the goal, over to Fortis. Sails just yet. Goes off the legs of Alonen. He'll be driven back to the center court line. He'll go out to Roman pass. Less than 7.5 minutes remain in the championship game. Maja. Aaron Price against Strummer. Going center court to Grinefalk. Grinefalk over to Lindbergh, just to the left of the goal. Grinefalk looking to recovery. Getting it to Tim Lindbergh. On it Fortis, number 23, going behind his own goal. The full court press there from number 15, Lucas Lindbergh. The shot all the way down, Schlad. Aaron Price to take it. It's the third line on the court here for Fort Worth. Voltalainen on defense along with Yone. Madlow breaking down deep against Yuka here. Sebastian Romanowski able to hit it out. Now Gantelius with the ball in his own territory. Less than 3 minutes remaining. Down, Mashak to Yuka. Number 19. Go down to Gantelius. Angersteig trying to snipe that passing lane, won't be able to. Down against Elias, cutting back around center lane, saved by Groth. Aaron Price, the spin around, over to Madlow. In his own territory, he'll go with a pass back down to Yuka. Goes off the stick of Yone. Yone, cross court to Gantelius. Gantelius coming back around now, over to Yuka. Less than 30 seconds on the clock. Going between the legs of Yone. In the legs of Peter Schlad. It'll be the end of the season. Sticks in the air. The first ever to the North American Floorball League. The winner of the inaugural Troy Cup, the Florida Vikings. Fort Worth Jaguars.